sun rises. The forest comes to life. We continue traveling on the road. The next day, it begins to rain. It's a warm rain, a hot rain almost, a summer rain, very out of season. As you were traveling, two horsemen ride by on horses at a full gallop. We continue on down the south road. You pass through a small village, thatched roofs, 4 or 5 houses, an inn, a roadside inn, not a village, not a city inn, not a 2-story, 3-story inn. This is a roadside inn. There are
like a motel.
Yeah, like 6 rooms max in this. It's essentially a big freaking house. Like deep. It's not tall. Someone make a survival check to keep on the lookout for natural.
Got a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
And someone make a. Yep.
I got a 16, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do not perceive any natural other than the rain, which is it's that like half mist, half rain kind of rain. It's not a heavy rain. It's a warm half mist, half rain. It's really like it's just enough to get like your spirits down, but it's not. At least it's not cold. Like if it was like that cold rain, like that would make you miserable. But it's just like enough to where you're like, man, this sucks. You pass through the village. If you continue to go on, it's probably like one afternoon. You have a meal. You might sit and have a meal in town where you know it's like safe. Around lunchtime, you continue on. Don't perceive any issues with wildlife or foes, natural or unnatural. Second night on the road, you make. Let me get a survival check for a camp to be found.
13.
15. Not as nice of a as easily defendable of a spot, I guess would be the answer as the previous night. But you do note, you do find a place just off a small grove of trees, off of a clear now road through kind of like some rolling hills. You find like a copse of trees, if you will. It'll offer like a little bit of shelter from like the rain. There's enough maybe you could get a fire started. I mean, you can get a fire started. There's a wizard, but will it keep burning? We'll see. You kind of buckle in. Again, you make your food. Perhaps you attempt to make like a tea. I know, Alfonz, you have some tobacco. You find your small comforts in the second night. How do you divide up watch for the second night?
I will take second watch.
Okay, the middle watch to pilot.
I can take the first watch.
Okay.
Okay, Alfonz is going to stay up late, and Ilikhal is going to wake up early. Alfonz, as you sit, looking at the fire, thinking about home, you miss your family. Big of jerks they are. You miss the white marble floors of your house. You miss that like clack, clack, as a shoe with a heel walks across those marble floors. You miss the familiar sounds of the younger members of your family playing in the garden. You miss how bright and green and like full of life everything was. Right now, everything just feels so dreary and sad. You keep your watch. Make a perception check for your watch.
It's a nat 1.
Oof.
Lost in thought.
Consumed in your thoughts. Just staring into the fire, watching the way the flames move, as people have been since the dawn of time. You see your parents' faces. And you see her. And as she goes to say something to you, you jump and you realize you had fallen asleep. But your watch is over. And so you walk over to Ronald. You tap them on the shoulder, and Ronald, who had posted up against a tree and just kind of like shuffled into it, stirs. Ronald, you are woken by Alfonz. You take your watch. Make a perception check for your watch.
Perception, that is a 5.
All right. You step out of camp, and what you do on your watch is you wander a little. You wander. You walk out to the road and you look up and down. You don't see anything with lit lights. You walk around camp silently, not waking up your companions. You hear an owl. Somewhere. You look up at the moon in the sky. The single moon. And the name of the moon comes to mind. Minuet, the smallest of the three. You name it. You look at the constellations. You know the name of every star, and you go through them in your mind. You're like, that is that one. That is this one. This is this one. That constellation there is this. That constellation there is this. And you seem so sure in the night sky in every little piece and bit. And for a second, you flop down on your back. You lay completely down on the ground, and you look up at the sky, and you're listening to the world around you. And it's gotten pretty quiet. But you name all of the stars and all of the constellations. And then you realize it's time to wake up Ilikhal for Ilikhal's watch. And your watch goes undisturbed. Ilikhal, very gently, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you wake up, and there is Ronald. Still oddly looking. And Ronald just kind of nods at you, and it is your watch. Ronald, you go and you sit back in your position, and you lean down, and you go back into your rest. Ilikhal, make a perception check for your watch.
17.
All right. Ilikhal, on your watch in the hours before dawn, in the 2 or 3 hours before dawn, across this field, it's a long field. You can see a forest on the far side. And on the far side of the forest, you hear a set of noises. You hear, it's a screech of a noise, which I'm not even going to attempt to make. A screech, a ferocious screech. And you see birds and small animals scatter from the forest over there. You look over, and it seems it is just far enough away, and you are the only one awake enough to have noticed it. The other two are out cold. You see from the forest. It's like a good half a mile away. You see a large figure on all fours come out of the forest, and look up at the moon, and screech again, and then it bounds off across your vision, on the hunt for something.
Do I recognize it?
You do. You see an owl bear.
Yep.
On the hunt tonight. And for the rest of your watch, you are on edge, knowing that this predator is in the area. But the sun starts to rise. You are unplagued by it. And your watch is over, and it is morning. It's time to wake your companions and begin your day. On the third day, you head towards this forest that you saw in the distance. It's down the road from there. On the third day, it has begun to rain even more. You had a little bit of luckily overnight, you had a bit come off, and where the clouds cleared. But the real storm moves in on the third day. It gets deeper and deeper rain. You start to head into this forest, and it is you know this road is down to Westfork, and you head into this forest, and the overcastness and the branches of the trees and into this forest and following even the road, it gets dark. Not as dark as night, but it's dark and dreary. And 3 days on the road now, you are all feeling that first bit of fatigue. And it's just 3 days on the road. It's 3 days on the road after a week on the road, after 3 days in a town where you had some tension and excitement. And you're all in your heads a little bit. Ilikhal, you start to think of your family. For a reason, you're struck of a memory of your clan. One fight amongst your clan leader and your cousin, Caliph. Your cousin's slightly older than you. Someone you always played with as children. Someone you sparred with as you grew into adulthood. But as you started to crest on manhood in Goliath culture, Caliph was always a little more headstrong, a little more questioning of leadership. And you recall Caliph getting into a fight with his father. And ensuing argument that occurred and coming to blows. You remember Caliph being struck down by your uncle. Caliph spitting out blood into the snow. And that was the last day you saw Caliph. As he left. And you remember him walking away. And that memory strikes you, and you're brought down into a melancholy. Pilot, you remember one of the first interactions you had after waking up, as you pulled yourself out of the snow in the great north, the great snows, brushed off the snow from your joints and the soreness and the immovability that you had as you struggled towards the south where you knew you needed to go. You recall a hut and a family. And as you came to the door, you remember a scream. A scream in terror at what you looked like, at how different you were from them. You remember running from that scream. You were brought into a deep melancholy. Alfonz. Make a charisma saving throw with advantage.
It's an 11.
Okay. Alfonz, you remember the day your grandfather died. And you remember your family at the loss of the patriarch. You remember the funeral. You remember the town, the city being deep in mourning. You remember the burial and the service, and you remember that being the first day you thought your father looked old. And you were brought down. And the talking amongst the three of you ceases. You're all just, as you continue walking. And as you come across a small area, you hear, "Hello? Hello? Oh, please help! Help, please!" And the three of you who have ceased talking for an hour at least, notice a woman just off the road she appears to be, she's 1 foot stuck under a fallen log, or like a large, I guess it's a log wouldn't make sense. A large branch of a tree that appears to have broken off.
Can I make a perception check? Because this is one of the other oldest tricks in the book.
Exactly.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah. How'd you do, Pilot?
Perception, that would be a 12.
Better than my 9.
Okay. You look around and instinctively, even in this like melancholy you have begun to feel, this bit of like tragedy that you've brought upon yourselves. You look around, you are alert, you are ready for danger. You do not notice anyone hiding in the bushes or anyone hiding in the trees. It does not appear to you that there is like a bandit attack. This is not as stupid as those ones you met on the way to the Ray Crossroads.
I'm not super confident on that 12, but okay.
Yeah. I
Alright.
feel you.
Hello? Are you... What happened?
Hello, sorry, I've been traveling south and I stopped to take a break. And you notice that like the tree above her is like it is pretty much dead. And it looks like this branch is falling. She said, I stopped to rest and have lunch. And this branch fell and is falling on my leg, and I do think my ankle is broken.
I'm gonna
She
lift
said, I can't.
the branch off her.
I mean, it's hefty. Make a strength check. Actually,
Okay.
it is significant.
11.
That is enough.
Okay.
You have to like you still have to lift it, like you leverage it. It's kind of slippery. You manage to lift it, and she like scoots back, and from what you can tell, yeah, her foot looks like a little messed up, and she's like, and she's wearing like a half pack, and she slides away, and she like scoots like on her butt, I guess a little bit, like I don't know, however you would scoot with a broken, however you would feel someone with a broken ankle would kind of push away
On her hands, probably.
Yeah, and she slides out from under it, and she goes, "Thank you. I've been here for half an hour. I tried to lift it, but I couldn't push or pull or even remove my foot out from underneath. Thank you so much. Oh, I just appreciate it so much. I thought no one was gonna come, and it's like she's just sounds super defeated. She's like, where might you be going? Why through this dreary place?
We might ask you the same question on a day like today with weather like today.
Well, you know how it is.
All alone.
Sometimes. Well, I have my pack, and she looks kind of like scared of the three of you.
Even silly old Alfonz?
What?
Even silly old Alfonz?
His little pointy hat.
There's big scary Goliath, strange hooded individual, strangely flamboyant wizard. It is, you are a crew for sure. Yeah, she just looks, it's like she's like a little scared. She's like, you three look equally out of place here. I was headed south to the outpost on the other side of the forest. The Kingsguard are there. I was taking them some. She like opens up like a bag. She's like, I was taking them some baked goods.
Well, we are headed that way, and you look like you could need some. You need some help getting there.
Yeah, I guess so. She goes, I guess maybe I need a splint, maybe, or a crutch. Like, could you? I wouldn't dare take your walking stick. She is human sized.
like how big of a human? Like
a human female, like 5'7", 5'6", not tall.
Do I think I could lift her?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick her up.
You pick her. Oh, she like very surprised. Like you pick her up. Oh, they're a lot lighter than.
I don't say anything.
Daisy.
Just. She's like, oh my god. Wow, so strong. Yeah, she's a lot lighter than you expected her to be, though. She looks healthy, but like she feels she's pretty light. Yeah.
I guess I pick up her pack and
Just confused. Yeah, you pick up her pack. You kind of sling it over your shoulder. It's pretty light. But you start to like walk with her. I guess.
Head south. Yeah, I'll get her here.
I guess
she smells kind of bad.
Ew.
Yeah, ew, like kind of bad. Definitely like someone with like really bad breath. It's kind of gross. A little bit of a lot of BO. Like not like her sitting on the ground, you didn't really notice, but like you like get like this. It's right. Ugh, it's gross.
Was there anything kind of note when I checked over the baked goods?
You check over the baked goods?
I mean, I guess I was picking up this random bag of
just
trash. Yeah.
It looks. You look inside. It looks real moldy.
Oh.
And do you make this pilgrimage to the outpost regularly and drop off your fine goods?
I maybe twice a month. Maybe 14 days, 15 days or so. Depending.
Where do you make your home? Go very out of your way for this.
Not too far, just off the road a bit actually. I do a bit of herbalism.
We all do time to time.
Well, you must be famished, and I grabbed one of the baked goods out of the bags and handed it to her, and just like you go ahead and treat yourself while Ilikhal is carrying you. And I kind of made a note just to kind of like flash it towards Ilikhal, that just be like, he's earned so good looking before I hand it to her. I think I've kind of caught a whiff of the smell too.
Swallows. Yep.
I do an insight check to see if maybe she has like a disguise up or something.
Yes, make an investigation check.
All right.
How is this? This has to be a setup.
I got an 8.
All right, I want to try too, just because I don't have detect magic equipped.
Thinky and on the level. Yep, go for it.
That's a 4.
Oh, actually, I have a free detect magic.
Do you?
At 3rd level, yeah, magic awareness.
Okay.
Awareness the presence of magic within 60 feet.
There is magic within 60 feet of you.
Is it me?
Yeah, location of any spell or magic item.
It's also Ronald, and
What's
also this lady.
What school of magic?
The illusion.
Oh fuck.
Alfonz is a bunch of them. Pilot is a lot of enchantment. Ronald, surrounded by enchantment and illusion. Actually, if you're aware of it, Ronald is enchantment and illusion.
Do you practice magic?
Practice magic? That's silly. No one practices magic. Some people just have it.
Some people practice magic.
Well, maybe you practice magic. And she winks at you, like cutie like you.
Disgusting.
I don't know how to handle this.
Are you one of the magically gifted individuals?
Oh, maybe a little here and there. Nothing big though. Nothing too crazy.
Please do tell me more. I've always been interested in magic.
Oh, I just, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of brewing, a little bit of other things.
Care to be a little more specific?
Huh?
What was that last thing you said?
Whatever you can. Other things. Sometimes it's just so hard, Oh.
What do you do for your living?
I just live off the land. Whatever comes by. Whatever's around.
Like us.
Be a hippie?
We've come
I want to
by.
do an insight check on her too. To see if
The two cross.
No, I was saying like she takes an interest in whatever comes by, like us. Like we come by, so she's kind of, you know.
How's a 15 insight check?
She kind of she rolls something up. It's weird. Something's up. This is not adding up. She's not just a hippie. She's too light.
I let go.
Too stinky. Let go.
You know, yeah. I just
Yep.
like put my arms to my sides.
You drop her and she lands on her feet and she lands straight up. That was rude.
Oh,
steps
your
back, she
your
steps
ankle
back.
is healed.
My Ilikhal, it's a miracle. I didn't know we had a healer in
Oh,
our midst.
miracle.
yeah, would you look at that? Such a shame. She says, usually the damsel works, and unfortunately, you are so full of tragedy. I guess I'll have to do something. And she transforms in front of you. Her shape shimmers, and her skin goes green, and her hair goes gray and long, and her fingernails lengthen almost to the length of claws. Her nose gets long, and standing before you is a green hag.
Yay!
Fun.
So full of tragedy, I'll have to do something to get that back. And roll initiative.
All right. Dirty 20.
Nice.
I rolled a 16.
13 for me.
Ilikhal, you are up first. You drop her. She dispels this illusion. Scary. She does get taller also. She actually rises to be taller than Pilot and Alfonz, almost to your height.
Damn.
Yeah. She's very lanky.
All
Why
right.
can't someone be shorter than me? Come on.
I'm going to shock everyone and enter a rage.
What?
All right, roll
No
the
one expected
wild
it.
magic
What?
table. Do it.
Same thing. Damn.
All
I
right.
used a different dice and everything. Con saving throw.
All right. That is an 18.
Oof.
That's definitely gonna save.
That saves.
I'll just attack her then with my big old greatsword.
All right.
I don't hit her. I got a 9.
Okay. That will not hit. You
Yep.
step up.
I
In
just
front of
whiff
her.
it on
I'll
everything.
put her in the square. Step up in front of her. Swing hard. Complete miss. Is that all you got? Yeah, you bonus action. Do you action? Do you moved?
Yep.
Unless you wish to move more. Hag is up. Yeah, she will. With her claws, you realize this close to her, will swipe at you. That is a 12 to hit.
Nope.
All right, she swipes at you with a hiss after dodging your spell, and misses. And that is the end of her turn.
Nice. Shouldn't have multi-attack.
Yep. It is Pilot. You're up.
I go right up to her and attack with my rapier.
Okay.
That is an 18.
That hits.
And I would also like to use sneak attack.
Of course. I expect nothing less.
That will be a 20.
All right. You hit her and deal 20 damage.
Damn. Nice.
You stab into her shoulder and she hisses. She hisses and she looks at you and just like screeches. And it sounds almost exactly like a raven. It's really spooky. Alfonz, you're up.
Yep. I just cast Mage Armor.
Mage armor. Is that a action or is that
Yeah, it's one action.
All right, you are mage armored. Top of the
What's that
order.
bring your AC
Ilikhal.
to?
That brings me up to 14.
Nice. Another con saving throw, please.
Oh, you can use it again. Okay.
As a bonus
That
action.
is a 10.
That does not save. Let me roll my d6. Oh, she takes 6 damage and is blinded. 6 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I will attack with my great sword again.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Ooh. 24.
That hits.
Nice.
Yep. Oh no, I threw my dice across the room.
And a rage.
Does not count.
Theo enters a rage.
A
Hold
full
on.
yeet does not count.
No, I couldn't even see it. Okay. 12 damage.
Okay. She's looking injured.
And she's blinded for
And
this
she's
next
looking
round.
blind until your next turn. She doesn't get a saving throw at the end of her turn. She's blind until your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. She's blind. You are still right there. She's going to attempt to. You blind her, then you hit her, and she begins a stream of profanity and curses at you. Laced with magic. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
7.
That is not enough.
Yep.
Unfortunately. You take 2 psychic damage.
Damn. She is smart.
And you have disadvantage on your next attack. Pilot.
I attack with my rapier again with sneak.
Make an attack roll.
That is a 17.
A 17 just hits.
Yikes.
All right. Yeah, this is gonna go down.
Yikes.
That is 16.
Okay. She looks bloodied. She's wounded. She's blind. She's staggering. You've hit her a few times. But ouchies. Goes to Alfonz.
Magic missile.
I'm shocked.
11 damage.
Okay. Looking messed up enough. Top of the order, Ilikhal.
So I'm going to use Reckless Attack, and that will cancel out my disadvantage, yes?
Your disadvantage.
Cool. Another con saving throw, please.
Okay. Natural 20.
All right, yeah, no, she saves. Dirty 20.
That will hit.
14 damage.
Okay. She is looking really messed up, but she's still alive. Her blind ends.
And she'll have advantage against me if she hits me, or if she decides to.
Looking that messed up in front of you, her eyes clear. And she looks at you. And she smiles. And she turns invisible.
Ruh-roh.
Well, should do anything else?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
And it goes to Pilot. See this hag? It's not like that like poof invisible. It's like this like wispy invisibleness.
How far is the nearest tree to me?
30 feet to the center of that tree.
Okay. Never mind. I would like to try to make a perception check.
Okay. Go for it.
Natural 20.
Come on. It's insane.
That's what. Oh my god.
Yep. You have not perceived any movement or change in anything.
No footsteps, no nothing?
No, you have not perceived a single footstep.
Doesn't move.
You've not perceived anything. No, you have not perceived any movement. No noise, no sound, nothing.
I try this. So you say it's been raining for a little bit, right?
It has.
Could I grab some mud and just slosh it forward?
Yeah, as a free action, I'll allow that. You proceed.
Nice.
You up what appears to be a body, standing in the same place.
And I attack with my rapier.
You cannot make a perception check and move and mud and all that.
That's fair. Yeah. No. That's what I do then.
Okay.
I just slosh her with some mud.
Yep. She's been sloshed with mud.
GG.
Alfonz, you are aware the hag is right there.
Didn't matter anyway. Magic missile doesn't miss.
You have to be able to. You have to know the target is there to cast it up.
Okay. Well, I know.
You have to be able to target a creature.
So good job, Saph.
That's another 11 damage.
Okay, that is enough. In seeing that mud, that is enough to give you a creature to target, and with that, poom, the hag is pierced 3 times and dies. Good job.
All right. I got really nervous with the proximity. I feel like I really needed the mage armor, but it's not.
Didn't even go for you.
She could have killed you.
I'm aware.
She just was not. She did not get the chance.
Cool.
Want to.
Loot her up.
You've killed a green hag.
Cool.
Nice.
You loot her up?
Is she wearing clothes?
She's got like tattered robes.
Okay.
No, I guess there's pockets on them.
Yeah, I'll look through them.
Yep. You reach in pocket. Squishy, rancid meat.
Nope. It's squishy.
Yeah.
Squishy. It's like a day and a half old rabbit.
All right. I dump out the contents of her bag, which I just kind of threw my right.
There are mushrooms. There's a ton of moldy bread. A finger. Old finger.
Ooh.
And 4 twigs.
All right.
Y'all know mentioned she has a hut.
Yeah, I know. I want to go to the hut. I'm just trying to think if the 4
Yeah.
twigs are going to do anything. I'm going to pocket the twigs. They might.
Do they just look like regular like twigs? Like, yeah.
I've got a stone rock. I've got twigs.
A stone rock. Yes.
Yeah, I need you to write this down in your inventory, okay?
Yeah.
Verbatim.
It's there.
How much does it weigh?
It's there. How much do the 4 twigs weigh?
There's 1 twig that's 2.5 inches long. Yep. There's 1 twig that is 3.5 inches long.
Yep.
And there's 1 twig that is between those 2 links, but it's like perfectly green wood. Like it's very, very fresh.
Okay, and the 4th one?
The 4th one is about 3 inches long, but it has like a fork at the end of it. It's like a twig, but it's also got like, so like from end to the it's like a Y.
Yep.
Like a capital Y. 3 inches to the tips of the two Y.
Cool.
Definitely a big plot device. I'm so glad you picked these up.
I'm positive.
We're gonna need these later on.
Yeah.
Defeat the big bad.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pick up the meat as well?
No, you can leave that. Fine.
It is meat is a word that could be used. Not many people would. A lot of people would use the word goop.
Goop.
Yeah, I've got a jar of goop.
How do we want to try and find her hut?
If you want to try to find her hut.
Do we see any,
you also notice as she's slain as you're going through, it feels like the sun comes out from behind the clouds. If the sun ever was behind the clouds. And your thoughts of sadness and melancholy appear to lift.
Damn.
Could I slap her just for the heck of it?
What the hell?
Yep.
Nice sound effect.
Yeah, that was great.
I do my best.
I think Kay and I at least want to try and find her hut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Steph, how do you feel about this?
I want some
I'm
more
down.
twigs.
Okay, so are you going to continue in the direction you were heading or turn around to find her hut.
I don't imagine we made it very far.
Yeah.
But the
You've probably made it 10 minutes carrying her.
I vote we turn around because...
Owlbear.
Oh, that was pretty far.
No, it wasn't. It was last night.
Yeah, but it's not that early. Like, we've been walking for at least an hour.
It is lunchtime.
Yeah, and also that was like half a mile away.
Well, you traveled towards where the owlbear was.
Oh, fuck.
Was the like where you were, these copse of trees, there was like 4 or 5 trees. There's a forest along the direction. That is the forest where you are currently located is where that owlbear ran.
Oh, I don't like that.
You didn't tell us about the owlbear, so
nope.
Your call.
And what do you mean I didn't tell you about the owlbear?
No.
Oh yeah, Ilikhal
didn't tell us about the owlbear.
Ilikhal's the only one that knows about the owlbear.
We haven't been talking all day.
Would know we were walking in the right direction, even if Theo doesn't.
Yeah, so if you turn around, you're headed back towards where the owlbear sighting was.
I feel like I should bring this up. I may have seen an owlbear.
A what?
In this area last night during my watch. Do we all know what an owlbear is?
Yep.
I think so.
It's an owlbear.
Just mostly for Alfonz's sake. Just bear that in mind.
Bear.
Do what with it?
Just bear that in mind.
Thank you.
Now, these hags typically have dens.
Do they?
The DM lets slip that these hags typically
Does
have
Alfonz
dens. I feel like
know
Alfonz knows this. I think Alfonz is
I think Alfonz needs to make an Arcana check.
Sure.
I think Alfonz is talking about what God said earlier.
That is a 17.
You know that green hags are fae, and they are obsessed with tragedy. They revel in the failings and tragedies of other creatures. They derive joy from bringing people low and seeing hope turn into despair, not just for individuals, but whole nations. You know they could be part of a coven. And you know they can mimic animals. They can cast some spells. They're really stinky. They just sometimes they're pretty stinky. You know, they can make their appearance, they can luge reappearance, but it doesn't hold up under like touch. You know, sometimes they have a hut. They're fae. They could have a hut. Might not.
I relay this back to them and I say there may be a den where she may have stored away some more trinkets. She may also have been
piles of goop
and twigs.
The twigs.
She may also be part of a coven, so there may be more of them. You said there was an owlbear. I say we stay on the road.
That may be wise.
Unless we should see something in the clearing in the woods here, which I may be making an insight check or perception check towards right now.
Very wise, Alfonz.
Maybe straight ahead, you're like, do I see a hag's house? That's what you're asking.
Maybe some smoke
in the woods. Is there a hag's house in sight right now?
Like smoke in the woods that may or may not be like something bubbling. You know,
all right.
Something.
Yeah, make a perception check. Yeah, we'll see.
21, baby.
Hey, you know that's a great perception check.
Is there anything to perceive?
It's probably not.
You're in the woods.
Congratulations,
Sherlock Holmes.
Can I go back to where we found her?
Spooky. That's 10 minutes back. You can turn around. You can do it.
That was 10 minutes walking very slowly. I could just run back there because I was carrying her.
Sure.
And she was stinky.
Yep. You can run back. It will take 5 minutes.
Okay.
So we want to hustle back there just to see if I can perceive any smoke in the woods?
No. I want to make a survival check to see if I can see her tracks, or a path into the woods or something like that, you know?
It sounds like that's what we're doing today, so yeah, let's do it.
All right.
We've committed.
Do you guys remember when I was like, hey, I set up this whole session worth of harpies and stuff, and you guys were like, what if we just dip out of town? But I would give you one dead hag, and you're like, oh, but there's freaking treasure, though. No, go for it. Yep, you got it.
Okay.
Right.
It's a mood today.
No! I rolled in that one.
You're
No
kidding.
doubt.
All right.
Nothing. You found your tracks. You found
I
where
just rolled a nat 20.
Branch.
Sir.
You all right, you find where
I don't want to go.
she had been sitting there for at least half an hour before you guys got there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been raining.
Well, the rain's
Any
gone
other
now.
potential tracks that were there were washed away.
There's no like path in the woods, like
She either walked up the road or any path in the woods in this direction has been obscured by
No
grossness.
smoke in the distance.
You
It's a
within
22
that
if it
20,
makes a difference. It was a nat 20 plus 2.
there is no smoke in the distance
Oh.
God damn it, Noah.
in the direction you've come from.
I smell an animus wall.
You reach out, no
Bonk.
illusory wall.
All right, let's get back on the road.
I'm upset.
Me too.
I was
Uh,
promised a
You
hag
go
hut.
this way. There is also one raven lands in a tree near you, and it goes, "Gah!"
Let's follow it.
I
Follow
found
the
the owl
bird.
bear. It's right behind you.
Okay. Yep. Okay, you go the other way. The way you were
What?
headed.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. You head through the woods.
Was there anything of note about the raven?
It was kind of fat.
Well
You
fed.
did say the hag
Like,
sounded like a raven.
we did.
Familiar? Something like that?
Would the familiar not dissipate on death?
Maybe
Wanna
not
use them?
familiar. Maybe it's just a friend.
Maybe.
You know.
Oh,
There are a bunch of dead things in this woods, and ravens like to eat at them.
I should have got a piece of bacon for that crow.
You could have bacon.
Bacon.
Squish.
I mean, technically, if you cook jerky, is it not bacon?
No.
no,
No.
Okay. I've never had jerky for the
not.
record.
That's not it at all.
Okay, sorry.
It's not. You can make bacon, cook bacon into jerky.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah,
jerky
no,
bacon.
you continue
It's
heading
good.
south through the wood. Now, as you head south, you may make perception and survival checks if you wish.
That's a nat 20 again.
Again,
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Damn.
Actually,
I'm sorry having dice cam from
hold
KGlow.
on, hold on,
And
hold on.
staff.
I have not touched the dice. I am sending a picture.
That doesn't help us.
I haven't touched the dice. I sat back in my chair in
That's
victory.
an honor system. You don't have your camera on.
I believe him. It's okay.
I have an 18 with survival.
I
That's
have
pretty good,
a 16 with survival or perception. I don't
It's
know.
also not bad.
Yeah.
As you travel south through the wood, the direction you were headed, you do note
You're the worst.
Smoke.
no, smoke. There is a fork in the road.
Oh.
To some extent, one less traveled, one a little more traveled, a lot more traveled.
Which one goes left?
Left is death. Why?
What?
Why? Which one goes left? Why was that your?
Because that's the general heading that we're heading, I suppose.
You head south.
Yeah.
The forest.
Oh,
is on
you're
our
just
left.
like, I bet.
You said there was a fork in the road.
Well,
There's a
the one
fork-
more
looks like
traveled
a-
is going to be the main road. We
Yeah.
should probably, if we want to find the hut, we should probably go on the less
But wait-
traveled one.
Wasn't there a Y-shaped twig?
I was thinking that too, Seth.
Mm.
It was a wide twig.
Can I take out the twig and
You can.
What can I do to see which one is the
What?
All right, so my idea here is I imagine on the Y, this one isn't the green twig.
That's right. It is a Y-shaped one. The green one is the green one.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Is one side of the twig more worn than the other?
What are you
Yes.
doing?
Yes.
One side is more worn than the other.
So which one is more worn, the left or the right?
The left.
You can turn
You
the twig
sure
any way you
But
want.
if you flip the twig over, it faces the other way.
We
Alright,
can
so
see with our eyes, KGlow,
I-
which path is more traveled and
I
which
put
is
the
less.
twig on the ground and see if it roughly lines up with the direction. Does it line up with the direction of
I am
the
already
forked
walking on
paths?
the less traveled path. I have left behind Alfonz and his weird twigs.
Ilikhal.
Alfonz, you and the twig, you're laying it down. You're like on your hands and knees. You're
It's that way.
yeah. That roughly lines up with the.
This is, by the way, this is all on a nat 20 plus 2. So this all makes sense somewhere in my mind.
In your
all right.
mind, sure.
I pick up the twig and I kind of take a jog back to catch up with Ilikhal.
Yep.
And I imagine Pilot.
The path less traveled.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you
As you
content?
travel down the fork about 300 feet, the path kind of dissipates to nothing. Like an American football field. This is a bad reference. You're all Canadian. A Canadian football field.
No, it's
Do
bigger.
you know how big a Canadian football field is?
Yeah, it's the same size.
Mm-mm.
Distance.
Our football fields are
Canadian-
It's like
bigger.
3 hockey rinks.
I don't know
on
how big a
foot.
hockey rink is.
It's like
Olympic size
18
or
Tim Hortons
regulation?
back to back.
Oh, okay.
Renovated
okay.
Tim Hortons or original?
Yeah, does it have a drive-through?
It does not actually. They don't. It'd be a
okay.
carriage through. That's a.
It's 4 stars for me.
What's happened? Are we okay?
The path dissipates.
I'm cutting
Keep
right
following
there.
it.
Okay, it's like gone. You're
I
just kind
keep
of
following the path.
in the woods. Okay.
Ilikhal, are we sure this
Make a
is worth
survival
it?
check.
Okay.
Actually,
16.
make it perception.
Okay.
So
Still
that roll
16.
with the okay.
I've got 18 plus 2.
That's very good too. You both kind of smell. It smells musty. You're getting this like musty cave. Cave is what's kind of coming across to you. Cave smell.
Ilikhal, if I get eaten by an owl bear today, I'm never going to let you live this down.
What are you gonna do?
That's
haunt
fine.
Ilikhal?
Yes.
That's
And
fine
you-
by
You
me.
travel, and it's starting to travel downhill a little bit. Like it's wet.
Is it familiar to the hag smell?
Mm.
No, she smelled like someone with BO and bad breath, and possibly like spoiled meat in their pocket. This is
That
like
checks out.
KV smell. As you kind of travel downhill, what you notice is like you like turn around to like look back, and there is with a door. It's like a hobbit hole almost, but like it's a door. There's not a knob. It's like a kind of on a hinge door type thing.
Are there any signs of fresh cut branches that may be missing twigs?
Oh my god.
It's a thing.
There is beside the door. There's like a bramble bush,
Mm-hmm.
potentially like something that would have like berries on it in a season if it was growing. You get real close to it, and there's a green twig missing.
Aha. I think we found our place.
I'm gonna go in the door.
Aren't you gonna knock? You raised in
No.
a barn.
For losers.
I was raised outside.
Okay, you're gonna go in. Open the door. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Woof.
Can I see? That's
Yes, you can make the saving throw with advantage. Yes.
okay. Thanks.
You are not blind.
13.
You succeed.
Okay.
You hear a tick as almost like the breaking of a twig as you open the door,
Oh yes, it's all coming together.
It's all twigs. It always has been.
and you duck to the side as like flies out from behind the door, and it's like a you dodged a hand axe that flew out. Everyone else sees Ilikhal, whoop, and a hand axe flies past Ilikhal's head.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Can I make a perception check to see if I see any more traps or like anyone in
You
here?
cover your eyes and you open your eyes. Make a perception check.
What?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
I was doing like pirates. That's how pirates would see under a ship. Is you wear an eye patch.
Oh.
And you move the patch over, and this eye's already adjusted to the dark.
Okay.
And then you move it back.
I got a dirty 20.
You do not perceive any more traps.
All right, I go in.
Okay.
I feel pretty confident on that.
Real musty. Real gross.
Feeling pretty confident that one of those twigs would have fit through a keyhole and disarmed the trap.
You can feel as confident as you want about it.
I do.
Oh,
That's
good
great.
for you.
You find it's cave. It's a cave. Like, I mean, like, it would be about the size for like a bear. Like, would be able to make a cave here, but I mean, it had a door. Inside, there's a chair and a fireplace and a cast iron pot on the fireplace. And at the very back of the cave is like a skeleton. It's like tied up.
Is it missing a
Ew.
finger?
Yes.
Huh.
Uh-huh. Is there a chimney?
There, based on there being a fireplace, there is a. It's not like built into the wall. Like it is, the fireplace is like receded into the wall a little bit, and it does look like if you were to light a fire in the fire, the smoke would not go into the room.
Okay, vindication for KGlow.
Hmm?
There could have been smoke to see.
There
Thank
could
you.
there could
Mhm.
have been smoke to see if there was smoke to see.
Mhm.
Is there
That's-
anything in the cast iron?
Like like in the pot,
Yeah.
and then at the bottom there's some like liquid.
Are there any loose bricks
cast
in
iron
like
pot is probably this big,
the
but
mantle of the fireplace?
Are there
Or,
any
like-
loose bricks
Yeah, or,
in the mantle of the fireplace?
Like a hidey hole, yeah.
Make a investigation check.
That's a 13.
Wait, you mess with the bricks, You top of the mantle. There's a twig.
Take the
Oh my
twig.
God.
Can you describe this twig for me?
Yep. It is similar to the second twig.
Okay, so 3.5 inches.
Yep. You hold them next to each other. Very similar.
Skeleton have anything on it?
Some tattered clothes. You can like investigate the whole place. You don't have to like be like.
Okay,
skeleton.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Turn the place over. Make give me a party level
Oh,
investigation.
that was a
Two rolls.
19. That was a 19
Nice.
plus 2, not a
Cool.
16 plus 2. It's still a twig, I know, but
One other.
yeah. Anyway,
Why do I have? Oh, because investigation's intelligence. That's why it's negative.
that's an 11 for me this time.
11. And who's the other? Ilikhal?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take 3. It's fine.
We don't
it
want mine. Sap, please roll.
11 was the
I had a 15 for investigation.
15 is the high. Okay.
Yep.
Turning the place over. No more twigs. Alfonz got it. You do find like a set of clothing that potentially could have belonged. Looks like they belong to a human male. They are marked. Like they're faded, but they appear to have the same colors as the Stadier's men from the Rare Crossroads. Turning them over, you do notice there's like the same insignia that you saw, the black and gold insignia. You note, you find a purse with 25 gold, 5 silver, and 5 copper. There is a storage thing. It's not a chest. It's not locked. It's almost like almost like a nightstand. Like it's a small table and table type thing. As you open it up, inside of the drawer are it's a lot of jewelry, but it's like low monetary value jewelry. You find 3 or 4 pewter lockets that maybe might amount to like 1 gold piece. There are a half dozen different wedding rings. None of them match. And 1 set of earrings that are actually there is a gem in it. And I say your set of earrings. There are 2 matching earrings, and they each have a gem. One has a diamond, and one has a sapphire, and they appear to be matching. It's weird. They appear to be matching. I know they have different gems, but they're very similar in matching. And those are probably worth 5 gold each. But like looking in the lockets, they're all faded and broken, and even like some of the wedding rings are like cut. And
It seems like her pile of sad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I look over the earrings and I put them next to Alfonz's head.
The earring, like on either side.
Yep. And I say, these would look nice on you.
Thank you. I'll take them.
This
They suit the
sapphire
color
one.
scheme.
The sapphire one is a little more masculine. It looks like it fits his personality better. Ilikhal, make a history check.
19.
It's good.
Nice.
Ilikhal, in your travels and interactions with people, especially hanging out with D'Artagnan and Susie. Susie, who is a Surati woman, D'Artagnan has adopted this custom. You know, the Surati signify marriage by buying matching earrings.
Oh,
They don't wear
cool.
matching wedding rings. The man wears an earring in his left ear, and the woman wears an earring in her right ear, symbolizing the matched pair that they are. And D'Artagnan and Susie do so. He has adopted that custom. Moving on.
Yep.
Follow the path back to the main road. Okay, you get back to the road. There's still a twig.
Yes.
Sitting in the road where Alfonz did not pick it up as he left.
I'll pick it up on my way.
Oh my
Of course
god.
you do. Okay, heading south.
Yep.
Okay, it's like 3 p.m. You get about 4.5 more hours of walking in for the day. Make a group survival check for camp. Let's make camp in the creepy woods. You do notice as you head further south, it starts to liven up again. Like the forest is a little less dead once you leave like the surrounding area of where the hag appeared to be making a house.
You don't
House?
want my
Question
survival
mark?
check. What do you
No,
guys got?
I got a 10.
I got a 9.
All right,
You-
10.
You guys, you find somewhere to camp. This is very uncomfortable. It is exposed to the elements. It's not great. Who's taking watch when?
I'll take the first one again.
Okay.
Take the last one.
Okay,
I'll take the middle one.
of course you will. It's the only one left.
Fine, I'll just sleep through the whole night, please.
Oh, solid. Perfect. Alfonz, perception check for your watch.
It's a 16.
That's pretty good. You're aware. You see some bats and stuff like flying through the night, but nothing overly interesting happens. Pilot, on your watch.
I have a 17.
Okay. On your watch, you actually note nothing. It's kind of like the dead middle of night. It seems like all the nocturnal things are far enough out to do their hunting. All of the not nocturnal things are completely asleep. You wake up Ilikhal for their watch. Ilikhal, your watch.
10.
You're a little distracted. Think about Alfonz and his stupid twigs. And how bad the hag's breath smelled. Ugh. It's just, you're a little distracted, but nothing disturbs your watch. You wake up for breakfast. You have your meals. Take care of yourselves as you are like to do. You continue on the 4th day. On the 4th day, you leave the wood. You do see the Kingsguard outpost that the hag was talking about. There is one.
Can we go and see if there was a bounty for the hag?
You can.
Was it Stadier's men or King's men uniform we found?
Uniform was Stadier's men. It was not
Okay.
a Kingsguard.
Okay,
it was
cool.
the black and yellow of the Stadier Brewery
All right.
crossroad. Where you know the Kingsguard have blue and silver.
I guess we didn't take any proof of killing
You did
the
not.
hag. So
You got a set of twigs.
We got some twigs. Hey.
yeah, that's fine.
All right. You did not stop the Kingsguard outpost. It is like a small.
Barracks.
It's not a tower. It's like 2 stories tower-esque. It is stone though. You continue on. As you head south, just after lunch, you come to a what appears to be a small river. It looks like it feeds down to the southwest and might feed into the river that runoff. A major river. This is like a small one. But there's a bridge. It's a stone bridge, but it appears to have fallen into disrepair recently. It's going to be a skill challenge. You guys got to get across this river somehow. You could unfold the folding boat, but you're going to get taken down. I mean, it's like 40 feet across. You could fold the folding boat and row across, but you're going to get taken down river some.
Where does the river go?
It goes southwest to a more major river and then to the ocean.
What skill check we doing?
You could attempt to. You can climb across the bridge where it's fallen in, and like you could try and jump, but you don't know how deep the river is. Like you try to jump. There's probably like a 20-foot. Like you've got to run and jump. You might be able to do a running long jump and make it.
Or you might fall. Who knows?
You might fall in the river. You could attempt to like build something to cross using a rope or magic, or
I believe we've determined we don't have rope.
Twigs.
I do have twigs.
Can I just try to?
Those are important.
I want to see how deep it is, if I can.
Okay, it's kind of like a steep bank up against the river, but you can.
We have a boat.
Pack. You do have a boat.
Yeah, how wide is the?
We'll go down river a bit, but like we
crossing?
can just walk back.
Okay.
How wide is the crossing?
Like 40 feet. It's canoe is the one. If you do ship, it's probably gonna get stuck.
And we also.
Well, that's fine because it'll unfold. We'll cross it as a bridge and then refold it.
That's halfway. It's a 24-foot. It's at least 40 feet across. Is that what you're gonna? We can insist on the boat.
I think why not?
Yeah, we might as well just canoe down river, and if we get washed down, we get washed down a little bit. Yeah.
Set it up and you set the boat down. You set the box down. You go boat in Elvish. And whoop,
yep.
Unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big canoe, big enough for 4 creatures. Or 3 feet. Pop it in. Ooh. Begin rowing. Ilikhal, give me a strength check with advantage because you're being assisted by everyone.
All right. 19.
That's pretty good. You're taking about 120 feet downriver as you cross 40 feet rowing. You're rowing, and you're rowing pretty good, but the current is fairly fast. You hit the bank on the other side, 120 feet downriver.
Okay.
You're a little. Oh, haven't rowed a boat in a long time. That was fun. You guys exit. That is a way to solve that problem.
Right. Cool. I refold my boat, put it back in my bag.
You say box. Into your bag. Good job. You continue down. Can I get a survival check? You are actually approaching. It's after leaving that forest. It is much more rolling hills and fields and things. It is less trees. You're in kind of like an open.
I've got a 19.
Nice.
Solid.
I got a 21.
Better.
I didn't even roll. I don't need to.
As you're going, you see some like wild goats, like not quite mountain goats, but some like bigger wild goats, and they're kind of like bounding across the hills and things. But you don't encounter any natural trouble, or any natural trouble you potentially could encounter. You avoid that night. There's not any like good place to camp to find, but there's no bad places to camp either. It's a very like the weather is clear up. It's gotten sunny, and you are kind of like going. It's the end of the 5th day. You camp somewhere. It's not like there's like it appears over the next miles. Like it is this rolling hillsides. You camp in like the lee of a hillside. That way you're not getting the wind just blown all over you. We set up. Again, set up watches. Are we staying consistent? Or we switching it up?
Yeah,
Paul's tired of waking up early.
I think we stay consistent. Keep that
All
sleep
right.
schedule.
Alfonz?
Poor pilot.
Yes, my sleep schedule.
Yes, sleep.
Alfonz, you perception check. your watch.
That is a 9.
All right, you midway through your watch are startled as you see a coyote nearby, and it approaches the edge of the fire, and then it notes that you were startled by it, and it alone runs away. But that is all that you encounter in your watch. Pilot?
When I wake up, Pilot, I say there was a coyote. They're often not alone.
Yep.
Rolled a natural 20.
You
Damn.
hyper aware. No coyotes come near camp, nothing. No trouble, nothing. No bandits, no raccoons. You find a twig that's much nicer than Alfonz's twigs. Pocket it, just in case.
Yeah.
You're watching this peacefully. You wake up, Ilikhal. Ilikhal, you wake up.
Dirty
Apparently
20.
there are coyotes around.
We
Good to
pass
know.
on the note. Dirty 20.
Yep.
Also very hyper aware. The sun is beginning to come up. You do hear the yapping of coyotes as they go after some prey midway through your watch. But it sounds pretty far away.
Okay.
If you've never heard coyotes nearby, terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they appear to be a distance, as if that one met up with a pack.
Okay.
You wake up, and it's the 6th day, the next to the last day of travel. You begin traveling through this area after having breakfast. Midway through the morning, on top of a hillside, you notice a windmill. It's just, it's like Holland windmill, not like electric power windmill, not enormous.
Yep.
It's a mill, potentially, but it's a windmill. You continue up over their eyes, and you're noticing it's the climate has definitely gotten warmer in these few weeks. This week of travel, almost week travel, 7 days of travel. You continue on, and that is kind of the most interesting. You come through a small village, like 6 houses. A baker being one of them. Got the big ovens outside. The big ovens you can see from the outside. The ovens, you access the ovens from inside.
Okay, good.
You continue on. You're starting to see a little more people activity. There's a few more people on the road. You're joined or passed by a gnome driving a pair of donkeys and a small cart. In the other direction, a minstrel or a bard is going, and he's just kind of like out for a jaunt to some extent, and he has a lute, and he's playing and singing. And so as you pass this town, you've passed him along the way, and he's singing about the flowers in spring. And
Would it be weird
no,
to ask the bard to insult me?
Considering how picky you were about people noticing you, I would say that would be weird.
Also, just in general, yeah, that does sound weird.
It sounds weird, yeah. Do you ask that of your friends?
Just as a
Glory
joke,
slang.
sure. I try to, start a conversation.
All right, you start a conversation with the bard. Hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
I would like to offer him a single copper piece.
To play a song?
Just like as a tip, like you see
Oh,
a musician in the street.
yeah. He accepts it. He puts it in his hat. He has like a poofy hat. He
I
puts
love
it in his
that.
hat, like in the brim of his hat.
I'm imagining, Jaskier?
From The Witcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, cool.
you're on brand.
All right.
He says, well, thank you. Performance is always much nicer to get paid for. He says, what's your name?
My name is Ilikhal.
Ilikhal, what a wonderful name.
Why, thank you.
Perhaps I shall use you in a song.
What is your name?
My name is
Meskier.
Jafir. Schmepskier? What?
Schmepskier? This is why KGlow isn't the DM. That's the only reason.
My name is Jafir. Some call me Laughing Jafir.
Lovely to
And he
meet
smiles.
you.
He's got a big smile. It's like you got a big mouth, but it's like, ah, yeah. They call me Laughing Jafir. I'm just making my way north.
Walking
As
fast.
the spring warms the northern reaches, I travel further north.
Good luck on the road. Safe travels.
If your road takes you to Melt, send our regards.
To Melt, you say?
Yes,
Maybe that will
lovely little
happen.
town.
And he goes, Melt, the Argent family, right? And then he goes into he starts to say it's this minor poem-ish thing about steam and snowflakes and how industry can be found even in the wildest of places. It's a poem with accompanying music. It's not a song, but that is what you encounter for the day. Actually, and as you reach the end of your day, you actually there's a small village at the end of the 6th day is where you actually end up reaching. So you can make camp. There is a roadside inn. You could stay at the roadside inn, or you could just kind of make camp just outside of town if you wanted to. So it looks like if you want a meal.
Yeah.
This is
the inn looks
nice
rather
meal.
cozy today. What do we say we take a load off?
Why not?
Yeah.
I will climb on the roof.
It is 1 story.
You will be seen.
Might as well. It's probably hay, and you will fall through.
It is actually not only that; it's thatch, and it's actually really low to the ground. It looks like the inn is set into the ground a little bit, it's like a split level, in a way. But the roof, you could just run and hop onto the roof. It's gonna get you about 8 feet in the air.
Might as well join us for dinner.
Yeah, we'll head into the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a large. The common room is a large. They're big, long dining tables. There are 3 of them. There are a bunch of people, and there's at the far end, as you step in, it's to the right. To the far end of the right, there's a bar and 3 large kegs. You didn't even see, the sign didn't even really say inn. It just had a bed. It's just a sign of a bed. And there is he's actually a dwarf standing at the end, and he's like, "Welcome in, welcome. How can I help you?"
A couple of rooms and maybe some warm food and a belly full of wine or mead or ale would be most welcome.
Well, I got a couple of casks of ale, but nothing much beyond that, traveler. And as far as a couple rooms, I have one with a bunk with 2 bunk beds available tonight. Seems like a lot of travelers are headed north with the warmer weather.
Well, that room will be much nicer than a bedroll on a cold floor or stone. You know how the road is. We will take that room. Floor, outside. You know what? It's late.
He pours some stuff on the tap, and he pours 3 ales, and he sets them down, and he goes, "For the room and for dinner and for breakfast is 4 copper pieces."
Okay.
All right.
It's not.
Yeah, give him 4
nice.
copper.
Yeah,
That's fine.
What is Ronald doing?
I will be outside. I don't
Okay.
want to say that I'm gonna be on the roof in front of the owner.
Ronald passes on that
Comfy bed.
Yep.
Didn't get a taste for it.
comfy bed.
It's a bed.
I'll bet. He pours 2 ales. Ronald Ronald, you go outside for fresh air. Ilikhal and Alfonz, he steps in the back, and he comes out with 2 bowls of soup. It's like that's what they do for dinner, is just like kind of whatever they have kind of soup. It appears to be mutton, sheep, mutton, yeah. A little gamey, but it's a warm cooked meal, not a campfire meal. And you didn't have to cook it. It's kind of nice. Needs salt. He doesn't have any. It's a little bland. Mutton, potatoes, carrots, celery.
Would it be out of character if I just pulled out the salt shaker from my pouch?
You have a small bag of salt and a small bag of spices.
Okay.
And it is rock salt. Like, it's salt. Not like ghosts rock salt, but it's not sea salt is what I mean.
So I guess I take out my little knife and just kind of start like working at the salt. And then I kind of gesture over at Ilikhal, like, would you like some salt?
I nod.
All right. I just start grating over
significantly. It goes from like a 7 out of 10 to an 8.5 out of 10 with the salt.
Nice.
Like, that's what it needed. Yeah, and so you have a warm meal. There's ale. The meal comes with 1 ale if you want to keep, like, if you want to drink.
How much is an ale?
A copper piece.
I slide another copper to him.
Yeah, me too.
A mug of ale.
Been a long road.
They're kind of big. It's not great. Like, it's like a light beer. Like, it is. It's $1 pint night at the bar kind of thing. It's not bad. Pilot, outside, it is kind of a clear night. You notice that there are a few people, like, they're kind of going about their business. There's somebody that appears to be like a ranger-esque person, kind of walking around. There's a tanner. There is a woman who has like a basket full of like fresh herbs and plants and things that appears like she's collected them recently. She goes into one house. Yeah, that is kind of what you're seeing outside. But that's about it. It's a little town full of little people. They're not waking up. They're going to bed.
Is there any like nice looking rocks on the ground?
That's a question.
Make a perception check. Make an investigation check.
That's a 15.
Look around. There's no like nice shiny rocks. There are a few like really smooth pebbles, kind of at the crossing of like all these houses and stuff, like kind of in the center. Like, there's like one that it's kind of been turned in the mud a lot. It's like this big, but it's really smooth and like almost perfectly spherical.
Cool. Can I try to just juggle some of the rocks to entertain myself and maybe entertain some of the people walking by?
Yeah. You find a couple more, not quite as spherical. Like, one is a little heavier and one's a little less. Make a performance check based on dexterity. So it's a dexterity check, but you can add your proficiency modifier if you're proficient in performance.
That is a 21.
I really wanted a bad performance.
All right, let me see. Pilot finds like 3 pretty nice rocks, and kind of people like the 2 children are really impressed. They're like, heck yeah, let's go. Somebody else, the ranger who like walked out of town, kind of walks back and is like, all right, stranger, it's nice to have a little bit of joy in town. And he, like, after you finish, he claps you on the shoulders and says, we appreciate it.
Glad to bring some here.
That's very nice of you. Nobody tips you, but they're all like entertained. They don't really money. Yeah, you are welcome here.
Cool. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm so excited for a full night's sleep.
You go to bed. The key to a room. It's like a flimsy key. What you do is it is 2 sets of bunk beds. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be kind of uncomfortable, but.
Yeah, I will take the bottom bunk.
Okay.
You throw your pack up on the top. They're two. It's four.
Yeah.
They're 4 beds, so you can
Yeah.
have one all to yourself.
And there's no one else in here. It's not like hostile
Nope.
situation. Okay.
Nope. This is yours and Alfonz's room with 4 bunk beds.
It's rather peaceful.
Mm.
In fact, not hostile.
Yeah.
But
Peaceful. Hostile.
I didn't like that.
It wasn't bad. It was not good though either.
Good effort.
Yeah, you go on about sleeping, and you have peaceful dreams. It is nice to get a whole night's sleep. Like you can rest for 8 hours cumulatively instead of like the 12 that you guys normally rest. So you wake up the next morning. Alfonz eventually goes to bed. Mm-hmm. Alfonz just partying with the bartender.
Yeah, I got at least one more round.
Yeah, his name's Gene.
Gene is a good guy. What's Gene's story?
Gene came out this way, coming up north from the storm range. His family are like lesser shoot-offs of the clans, of the major clans. And he decided he wanted to try coming north. Made it this far. Got tired of walking. Decided to put in and try and build a tavern. And so he even tells you like he dug out the foundation himself with the help of a couple people. He thatched the roof, and now when the caravans came through, he used his life savings to buy some ale and started. He said it started as this one room, and he just offered like a roof and ale, and you could lay down your cot in the house, like in the common house, and that was the best he could do. And then he expanded and he dug out the rest of the next hallway. And he told you he's got plans to expand, like to have one more hallway with like 3 or 4 more rooms. But
while he's going on, I'm on my fourth cup of ale as well. Okay. So yeah, we're just keeping the conversation going.
Just vibing.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess after that one, I'll head to bed.
Very, very genuine dude.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I liked him.
He appreciates the conversation. He also, like, bartenders shouldn't do this, but as you're drinking, he drinks too. Like, tavern does what he wants. Like, 1 or 2 other people come in and get like 1 drink and sit down at a table at one of the long tables. He's not running like booming business, but it's cheap ale. Like, he's got to be turning a profit. He's got a house.
Yeah,
he fully did the I was lost, but then I built a house, so now I live here kind of thing. Like
the perfect story, really. I must say that I envy your life. Just on the cusp of civilization, but still out far enough in the wilderness just to make something of yourself. Do you have many run-ins with the stingers in these parts? Any chance?
Stingers? Like wasps?
Yes. The wasps. And Alfonz just kind of like leans back on his stool and takes another swig, just knowing that we may be out of the grasp. If he doesn't know what they are, it's probably a good sign.
Yeah, around here, no, they're usually forest dwellers. We're too close to civilization for that. He doesn't even know what the stingers are.
Well, I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Always. Clunk. And pounds it.
All right.
You go to bed?
Yep.
Sleep. It's nice. Oh, pilot outside.
Is the back of the little inn facing any houses, or is it like a?
No, it's kind of like it's not crossroads. There's like a house. There's the inn right here, and then there's like nothing up that way, farmsteads and stuff. And you guys came from the north, so no, it's kind of just facing the horizon to some extent. There's like trees and farmsteads and stuff. You can see a house like a ways away, like a farmhouse.
I just don't want anyone waking up seeing some random person sleeping
Just sleeping on the roof?
Yeah.
No, you probably wouldn't have to worry about that.
Okay. So I'll just lay there stargazing a little bit. Wishing I had a cat.
Shooting star. Pretty cool. And that is the night. Ilikhal, Alfonz, you wake up the next morning, daylight. Pilot, you wake up before everyone else. As the sun starts to rise, you hear birds. A small finch comes down and flies down and lands like on your shoulder as you're like laying there, and it's like chittering like in your ear. Like, what are you doing on top of the roof? This is weird. Nobody does this. Why are you on top of the roof, random human? What's going on? If birds could talk. You guys wake up. There's breakfast. It is very simple. It's like oatmeal and milk. Like there's a glass of milk. It's came with it though. You don't have to eat a ration if you don't want to. No protein though. And you head on about your day. And it is the 7th day since you have left. And about midway through the 7th day, after having lunch, you're like, we gotta be almost there, right? Stop and have lunch. There's a tiny brook. It kind of gives you a chance to like wash the dirt off a little bit, like kind of splash your face in after having walked a little ways. You travel down a gully and up, and as you crest a fairly large hill, you reach the top, and you can see down below you is the city of Westfork. Sprawling out, it is a walled city. Much like the Royal Crossroads, there are speckled large buildings and what appears to be a fortress of some sort. And the city of Westfork sprawls below you.